foresight of Nelson Mandela then and now.
Slums are created in this country because of the policy of the existing government.
Hamas heads to Cairo to talk truce and hostages. Could this help end the 7-month war? And if you felt a jig in your step today, maybe you're feeling the pull of International Dance Day. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
The presidency has denied claims that some officials at the State Security Agency have been roped in to quash any anti-ANC coverage in the media in the build-up to national elections. There are reports that the head of SABC News, Mshweshwe Monare, had been targeted by the SSA to complete his top-level vetting, including taking a polygraph and security clearance 2 years into the job. This comes after leaked ANC audio of Cyril Ramaphosa telling NEC members that the party would challenge any negative reports against it. The staggering ease of signature fraud and what it means for these elections. The Electoral Commission has previously admitted that it doesn't have the capacity to verify signatures submitted by parties and independents. At least 2 parties have been accused of forging supporters' signatures to qualify for the May 29 elections, including Jacob Zuma's Mkhonto weSizwe and Mmusi Maimani's Build One South Africa. The IEC requires parties to submit 15,000 signatures, while independent candidates are expected to submit 1,000.
We are aware that the country has no database of 62 million of us, and therefore there's no base against which to verify.
So what happens to these parties now? It's still unclear, and the elections are just a few weeks away. People have been warned to stay away from the fire hotspots on Cape Town's mountains. That's despite the fire being largely contained.
It's still a risk. I mean, you have a risk of trees falling as well as rock falling. So we will assess the situation as the day goes on. But we have firefighters from the City Biodiversity, Table Mountain National Park working on fire, and NCC that will be on the line during the day as well as this evening.
Lightning strikes sparked several fires along some of Cape Town's mountains on Saturday. A Hamas delegation is due in Egypt today. It is expected to respond to Israel's latest proposal for a truce in Gaza and a release of hostages after almost 7 months of war. Egypt, Qatar, and the United States have been trying to mediate an agreement between Israel and Hamas for months. A flurry of diplomacy in recent days appeared to suggest a new push towards halting the fighting. A senior Hamas official said on Sunday that the Palestinian group had no, quote, major issues with the most recent truce plan. How far we've come, and yet how little has changed. 31 years ago, Nelson Mandela spoke about immigration, corrupt officials, violence, and social cohesion here in the 702 studios. He was on the verge of becoming South Africa's first democratic president.
It may be unfair to accuse immigrants of turning our country into slums. Slums are created in this country because of the policy of the existing government.
So, 2 big races on the horizon. First, our elections, then the Olympic Games. There are 88 days to go until the start of the Games in Paris. South Africa's top medal contender there will once again be Tatiana Smith, who won a gold and a silver at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Smith, formerly Schoenmaker, is aware of the expectations of her and says she isn't feeling weighted down by the pressure on her shoulders. Get out and dance today, wherever you can. Why? Well, it's International Dance Day. It's a special occasion that celebrates the power of movement and expression as a universal language. It's observed to highlight that diversity of dance forms and to promote inclusivity and accessibility. And if you feel you can't, look at South Africa's Mmusi Motha. He's a 28-year-old cancer survivor who featured on Britain's Got Talent, where he made history by achieving the show's first ever group golden buzzer. And I will leave you with those images and more.
To be so discerning, in my recovery, I defined.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.